right, guys, so we are backstage. This is like the green room area where the artists, actors, everybody that comes to the show stays, and they have their little rooms. And hi, Jesse. That's Jesse. What you doing there, buddy?
I was talking to my emotional support prince before the show.
Jason, our musical director, got us each emotional
Anyway, we're gonna finish talking.
We're gonna finish talking. Bye, guys. This is her private little residence, but everybody doesn't know this, but I give away vinyl at the show in these little bags with wine or whatever, because look, some vinyl, some wine, what? It's a good time. So some of my favorite artists that have influenced me as an artist, I actually have on the doors. So George Strait, obviously, is one of them. And I'm looking very much like his. Didn't plan that. But then we have U2, which is one of my favorites. And it was hard to pick, honestly, it's hard to pick an album for these people. So I just picked an album that I thought was a cool cover as well. But I love all their music. And then obviously Aretha's one of my main influences. I sang like 3 of her songs on American Idol in 2002 is when I was on there, I think. And then Lauryn Hill, Miseducation. If you don't like this album, you're an idiot. So there's that. This is one of the main reasons why I'm a writer. And then right here we have Patti Griffin, who is my favorite singer-songwriter in all of the lands. She's amazing. So then right here we have Toadies. This is Rubberneck. This is one of my favorite bands. Look, a boy I liked. He liked this band. I was like, what is this band? And then I fell in love with them. And so that's my first love. But then I have Crowd Surf, Sweat, and nothing but a bra like bands. Like I love this band so much, and other projects they've been a part of, Burden Brothers, all that. Anyway, Diva Annie Lennox. This woman is insane. I saw her live in London at this theater, and I almost quit because I was like, oh, that's how you're supposed to do it. That's interesting. And then I have Alanis Morissette here as well. Jagged Little Pill, come on, if you don't like this record, I don't understand you. It's just, I think for females specifically, like, especially in the South when you weren't allowed to really say what you felt and thought, and especially put it in music, I don't think that was really allowed. She kind of gave us that permission for my generation, so thank you, Alanis.
And you actually had 2 of these lyrics in one of your songs, like, my favorite band is Toadies and Jagged Little Pill.
Yes, I actually do have, Andy! I love that you know that. So wait, I mentioned Toadies is my favorite band, and one of my songs called Did You Know? And I also mention Jagged Little Pill. That's another one that I mentioned in the song. I throw in things here and there of artists I love. I think I've done that with Patti as well. I love all of these albums. However, this is one of my top 3 right here. And all of them count, okay? Let's just say that. I love all of them, all children that I love. But these 3 albums, okay, the Patti, it's impossible to pick an album of this woman. She has even her like secret albums that like her fans have put together for me because they know I'm a fan that like aren't even released. I listen to that. Like I love her so much. Her storytelling, her voice, like her tone, her range, her musicianship, she's just, the timing, like how she just does everything so beautiful, and it can sound old school and beautiful, or it can sound, you know, like more like Flaming Red and like rock and roll. It can sound just soulful and kind of gospel-like. She just has all these different things, and that's why I love what I love too. But this album is so good.
Do you remember where you were when you first heard it?
Let me tell you, I was dating a guy named Graham Colton of the Graham Colton Band. Well, I think it's just Graham Colton now. But anyway, he showed me Patti Griffin. I had never heard of Patti Griffin. And I'll tell you what, he was a great dude, but I will say the best part of that relationship was honestly him showing me this artist. I cannot thank him enough. She's changed my life. And so thank you for that, Graham.
And we surprised you with her, right, on the show?
Y'all surprised me with her? Okay, I was so thrown because everybody knows I don't like surprises, but everybody was doing it to be nice because they know I love Patti, but like they surprised me into what I'm liking. I turned around and it was supposed to be this woman, and I turned around and I was like, my God. Hi, Sophie. Oh my gosh, first of all, holy, I was like, she looks exactly like Patti Griffin. And I turned around, I was like, is that like a doppelganger? And then I realized what was happening, and then I lost my mind because I love her. I love her so much. Okay, number 2, U2. Honestly, like I don't even know that I love these songs. This is like if anybody was like, oh, hey, who's U2? And they've been living under a rock, this would be an album to give because there's so many great songs on here. I will say like Vertigo has some of my favorites on that one, that album. There's a lot of albums of theirs I really love, or How to Dismantle an Atomic Bomb. Anyway, I'm a big fan. I saw them at Madison Square Garden, and it was the most insane show of my life, and it was like a spiritual experience. And I loved that factor because I am a kid that grew up in church and like in a spiritual environment, but I love secular music, and I think that both worlds can exist. And I think that they do that well, because sometimes you're like, is he talking about a woman? Is he talking about a relationship with God? Like, what is he, you know what I'm saying? Is he just stoned and having a good time? I don't know, but I'm in, and I want to know more, you know? So anyway, I'm a huge fan of U2, so I had to put that, and cool art. It's just a cool art. Sunday Bloody Sunday, is that on here? That's one of my favorites too. Yes, it is. I was like, I think that one's on here. Because I kept picking things that weren't on here, but I love this one too. Okay, third album, look. This album, I don't think I left my room for, I mean, I had the Walkman, anti-skip, had it in the player. I spent my own money to get this album. I did not leave my place of residence, like where I slept. I didn't leave my home except for school. Like, I didn't even see my friends. Like, I stayed in my house just listening to I was like, this is the coolest thing. Because it wasn't just the fact that she's an incredible vocalist. It wasn't even the fact that, yes, there's incredible BGVs and like how they interact with each other and intertwine. It was so clever, but not so processed and thought out. It was like organic as well. And the lyrics, like, they had great messages, and they were real messages and authentic. And it was like a real lesson, like, as a young writer, to learn that. Like, authenticity, believability, that's like key. When I was young, I don't think I related, oh, that's the girl from Sister Act. I don't think I really placed that yet. I just remember loving her, and I knew her as an actor. And I don't even know if I separated, like, that's an actor, that's a singer, when I was that age, when I saw Sister Act, but I loved her voice in that. This came out, and I actually didn't even relate it at first. This was just a separate entity for me. And it came out, and I can't even remember who, it might have been like, MTV, it had to have been some, because I didn't have it. I had to have been at some friend's house, because I had the basic 8 channels. I had to have been at some friend's house, and it was on TV. Somebody was covering it or something, and I was like, or playing it, and I just remember being blown away. I was like, what is this? Like, it felt like, for my generation, we hadn't had an album. It was like a very like singles dominated thing. Like, everybody had singles and songs you like, but not really necessarily full albums. And this was like a whole album story, like something that will last, like, stand the test of time, which is really special. And I think for our generation, that was really important for us, because it started to shift, and we lost that a little bit. So, not that you can put out singles, it's cool, but it's nice to have something, this body of work that will just be around forever, you know, and that's incredible. All 3 of these artists will take you like on a spiritual journey, as well as talking about love, and as well as talking about anything soulful. And that's why I picked I love all of the artists in here, obviously, but these 3 had major impacts on me musically as an artist, so I hope you like them. If you don't, you're dumb. Obviously, music is a big part of this show. We love celebrating it, so we're gonna go shoot another show. Here we go. And we're doing a song I love today, Carry It Well, Sam Fisher.